Hello this evening. We're going to start a video tonight. We're going to make steak, fingerling potatoes, and shrimp in two ways. Some bacon wrapped shrimp, and then we're going to make some deep fried shrimp. So we got our fryer going, and we have our pressure cooker, which we are going to use to make our delicious little fingerling potatoes. Just quick, easy little something. Make sure to go with the meal. I have previously, before I started the video, prepped a lot more of my stuff. Getting better at this. This is the divider. So my pressure cooker is filled about quarter to a little over a quarter of the way with water already inside the pressure cooker. I'm going to put the center divider in so that what we're doing is then just keeping the vegetables towards the top to steam them versus to actually submerge them in the water and boil them. So we're going to, as simple as rinse these real quick, and then we're going to empty them into the pressure cooker, and we're going to let those pressure cook while we prep our shrimp and our steak and get everything going. So be right back. Okay, so I'm back with our washed fingerling potatoes, and we're going to go ahead and roll them here and do our top section of our pressure cooker. I'm going to go ahead and take a couple of pats of butter, and I'm going to go ahead and add them in. Most of this will melt down into the water underneath, but in the process, it's going to absorb just a little bit into our potatoes. And yes, I'm using a clean section of the board here, but I'm pre-prepping a little of this prior to starting the video. So I have some things already started, some things in process. I'm going to give you a little view of some of those things. So we have mixed work surfaces here, all clean and properly and adequately. So we're going to add a little bit of a garlic powder to our fingerling potatoes for a little flavor. And then I'm going to add a little bit of table salt. Now I have garlic salt here, but it has a couple of extra spices in there that I'm not in particular that I care for in my potatoes. And then, of course, we're going to use a little black pepper. So we have all that happily in our pressure cooker. So, as discussed, our three pieces I have already dried. I have pushed in my lid, make sure my lid falls on the side, checking for the seal line. Looks like it's pretty good. Everything's happy. So here, now these are potatoes. So we're going to set this to vegetable, and then I'm going to change this to 7 minutes because I like my potatoes nice and tender. So we're going to let this set to pressure, and potatoes are that quick side dish on the line. Now, so what I have done prior to bringing you to the video is prep 3 of the 4 steaks I'll be making tonight. And so I'm going to set these aside and show you how I marinated these. I do have a lot going on here, so just kind of giving you a snapshot of each of the processes that I'm going to use. So for the steak, these are a New York strip. I kind of want the most great deal. Two good size steaks. Size for about $5.50, $6. So couldn't beat that. So I got 4. One my husband will take to lunch, one each for dinner, and then this one I'm actually going to season a little more lightly, and I'm going to use it tomorrow as an appetizer to slice real nice and slightly, and make some steak quesadillas with him for lunch tomorrow while he's at work. Yummy, yummy. So I'm going to wait just a little bit to help some of the tenderizer get inside of the meat. Now I pounded a little bit of this prior to our filming just so it wouldn't be so much, and then I use some Worcestershire sauce, and then I have a nifty Shots Meat Market marinade that I got from Bandera, Texas, and they have a great meat market there that actually has a Japanese style beef, which I'm gonna pretend like I can remember the name, but I'll have to look it up. Try for that later. But we bought some of the fajita from there. Beyond delicious, and it was a little more expensive than a regular beef, but it was. I'm using the soft side of the mallet to kind of rub some of this into the juice, and then add some more of this. And I'm gonna put this over here with the other ones. Let them happily marinate with the rest of the little buddies over here. So, a Worcestershire is my friend when it comes to steak, and I love all kinds of different rubs. This particular rub I like a lot, and I use it on everything from chicken, corn on the cob. I'll put it on, I don't know, I'll put it on a piece of bread with butter and eat it. It's great. So we're going to clean this off. So I have some shrimps here that I'm prepping for 2 different applications of shrimp. That was just a little variety. I don't personally eat anything out of the water, but my husband is a connoisseur. So I'm going to take my board over here and clean the rest of the meat off, and I'll be right back. Okay, well, I'll just give you a little heads up on how I personally, oops, the potatoes, how I personally clean my shrimp. Some people do them a different lot of ways. I use a pair of kitchen scissors. Find my way right under the skin, and while I'm catching part of the meat, go into the last rib, flip the other side and do the same. It not only kind of butterflies them, but then gives me the basis to clean them and shell them at the same time, because that can be kind of a bilateral. I have a bowl here for some of my shell. These ones are a little tough, giving me a little resistance to shelling, which is probably because I kind of rapid thawed them, and they don't tend to like that too much. Okay, so if I don't happen to catch the vein to devein them, I will take my little knife. I will slice down both sides. Oh, cut it here, and I will make sure that I thoroughly catch all the vein out of my shrimp on both top and bottom. Oops. Everybody has their own little trick for deveining. That's mine. So I'm only going to do a few. These are good health shrimp. They're really a good on sale. So, got another one. And just to give you a couple of samples, I'm not going to make you look through all of them, but cut through a few. Top, bottom, peel. Being from Seattle, I've been around people cooking seafood since I was old enough to remember, but for some reason, never had a taste for it. I don't dislike it, like I wouldn't, I just don't enjoy it, and I don't see eating something that other people could really, truly enjoy, and that I don't truly enjoy, and wasting that. So I'm going to go ahead and clean the rest of my shrimps here. I have said, a few, so we're not doing a whole lot, but I'm not going to subject you to watching that whole process, but we'll be back.
What?
Say hi, Sid. We need the light. Thank you. Say hi, Sid.
What?
Sid helped clean the shrimp. We appreciate that. Thank you, Sid. Wait. Go Cowboys! Alright, so we have our shrimp cleaned, and we're going to go ahead and start breading them. We've deveined them and I leave the tails on. I think they look kind of fancier when you cook them that way. So we are going to bread them almost exactly like we did our cheese sticks when we made our mozzarella cheese sticks. We have our flour with a little bit of cornstarch, our egg wash, which instead of with cheese sticks I make it with a little bit of water, but for shrimp I make it with a little bit of milk. And then our panko breadcrumbs with garlic salt. And like I said, I use these quite a bit. I make a lot of different dishes that involve the flour and the panko, but the egg wash I clean every time. So we're gonna get this little process going here. We're gonna start breading our shrimps in the flour and the and also added, as you can see here in the background, a little onion powder and garlic powder to my flour for this. We got 3 minutes left, by the way, on our potatoes. So our grease is at ready temperature. So we're gonna get some of our shrimps here breaded, and we're gonna start frying some shrimp. So we're trying to catch a little bit of everything here on video. I do double bread my shrimp, the same as I do my mozzarella cheese sticks. So it's into the panko, it's back into the egg wash, it's back into the panko. Makes a nice thick breading that doesn't come off in the fryer. And then I'll just like let them sit here to rest for a minute. Back into the egg wash, back into the panko, help it out just a little bit, and then here to sit on my cutting board, or can move some things around here so get you a little better view. So I'm letting them sit here on the cutting board to let some of that egg and wash all kind of set in, soak into the. If I have a lot of time on my hands, I'll bread these in advance. If I'm gonna make for like a large group, and I will put them in the refrigerator and actually let them soak up in the refrigerator some of the moisture, and you know, let's set the breadcrumbs on real good. But since this is just a simple dinner for Sid and Tony, we're going to just go ahead and bread them and fry them. Happy little shrimps. These are quite big, so probably to do 6 to 8 portions for his dinner portion, and the same for his lunch. Anything extra goes to the groupies in the lunchroom, which we enjoy sharing. So we enjoy, not everybody has the opportunity, and working wives or spouses or kids that don't leave them leftovers, so they don't always get to have some scrumptious hot lunches. So to be able to bring a little extra for everyone is just what we consider a blessing. So a little extra. So I have 5 good sized ones here. I'm going to clean a little bit of the clumps out of my breadcrumbs here, because it will start to clump up. So we're kind of going fast. So trying to get us 6 good sized ones here quick. Open the lid. I've got my fryer set to 350 degrees. We're turning our broiler on. So we're going to broil our steaks tonight. I like to broil steaks. I can control interior temperature. Sometimes I will use my Foreman grill. These are bone-in, so bone-in is a little more difficult to negotiate the final outcome of like a medium rare steak in this house. So that's easier accomplished with my broiler pan than with the Foreman grill. Cooks a little faster on the outside. So we've got ourselves good 6-pack of shrimp here. Okay, so let that sit here and just kind of shake them up a little bit. Help them with that little extra batter. Let some more soak up some of the goodies while we're working on these first 6. Go ahead and start frying us up some of the ones that we already have working. So for this one, I do use my my basket. I like to turn it sideways. Everybody has their own kind of system. I do 3 at a time, and that's because these are really big, and I want to make sure we have lots of control over how fried they get. So let me grab something to put those in. Be right back with you. Okay, going for a second, just long enough to get me a little hand with some paper towels. Touching our shrimp here, turn them over a couple times. We're cooking at 375 degrees, so they're going to cook pretty fast. Just keep our eye on them. Want to make sure that they don't overcook. A little bit of our mess. Throw a few more of these into the breadcrumbs. Hang out here and drip off some of the excess grease while we continue to bread. Just clean out some of the lumps so that they don't get into our shrimps. So we're going to double dip, and then we're going to double dip, and double dip. Let's shake this a little bit. Let that shake up. Put this over here. Let these sit. Nice big Gulf shrimp. Now, what I will do is after I have finished cooking all of my shrimps, I'm going to put them in this oven-safe pan with a little paper towel. They're going to sit in there, and then I'm going to, after my steaks are done, I'm going to let them rest because I want the juice, the meat juice to soak back into the steaks. While that's happening, I can put these shrimps back into the oven and let them just sit in there a little while to ensure that the very deep insides are completely done, since we have fried them kind of at a high heat. Now they're 99% done. Letting them sit just helps crispen the outside a little bit. Double sure that you're 100% cooked on the inside. So we got lots of happy things happening here with shrimps. Got 4 more. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and dump these on our thing. And we got yummy fingers. We're going ahead and put our other 3 original shrimp from batch 1 into the fire pan and drop those down in the grease. So it's just a little bit wet. Go ahead. Okay. These are soaking up real good. Keep throwing these in here. So we're going to keep our process of our yummy deep fried shrimps. Our potatoes are done cooking, they're on warm. We're going to let these be happy, and we're going to make some more here in the chicken. We're already fried up and happy in the fire. Keep reading away. We don't have any more to go. We're just getting everybody ready. At the same time, I'm going to throw my first batch, through my steaks here in the oven. They are on broil. If everybody knows what these are, we're going to use a nice little broiler pan with 5 to 7 minutes on each side. So I think nice and even pink on the interior. And we'll be back with you here shortly. We're still at it. Still breading, frying. Got basket number 4 coming out of the fryer. I'd check in with you and let you know we're still moving along. We only have 4 more shrimps in here to go. And then we're going to be, we've already put steaks in the oven. I'll give you a glimpse of those here in a few minutes. They smell delicious, just for the record. Aroma Vision, YouTube, it's your next big thing. So we're getting them all in here. We'll keep going. Look, Sid had a sample in one. Done all the way through. Oh no. Mmm. Yummy. He's silly. You know what he's doing back there? Putting ketchup on it. Don't let me catch you. Okay, so steaks are out. I broiled them for like 7 minutes on each side. And we're checking for our internal temperature because we're looking at our broiler. Really? Sid's making fun of my internal temperature joke, but when he gets a raw steak and food poisoning, he won't care so much. So anyway, so right now, we're sitting at around exactly medium rare. So, it's exactly where we like our steaks. Everybody has a different preference. We're medium rare fans. So, this is perfect for us. I don't know if you can see. Hold it forward. Medium rare. A little over 140 degree in internal temperature. So, as we got another basket of shrimp here to empty out into the finished, and we have our last 3 shrimps to go in. So, as I've turned this off and on, probably seems like we've been cooking a lot. 20 minutes basically. We've got our potatoes are done, ready to go. Steaks done, just need a rest. Our shrimps are cleaned, deveined, breaded, cooling nicely. We have our containers, our flour, and our, turn this one over so they can sit on top of each other. Flour and our panko breadcrumbs. Here, my candy storage area. I'm going to clean up this area a little bit and get ready for plating here shortly. So I'm going to let our meat rest. We're going to season up our potatoes, clean up all of our utensils, and get ready for put in Sid's lunch together. He's doing something behind the camera. I'm not sure what he's doing, but he's sneaking around. What are you doing?
Locking the car.
Locking my car. Smart. I didn't hear a beep. Just have to tease him. So, don't have a lot of space to work with living in an apartment, so clean as we go makes it a lot easier. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean up my mess here. Get this last 3 shrimps out of the fryer. We're gonna be letting our meat rest. We're going to clean up our board, get everything ready, start getting ready to plate, and we'll be back with you shortly. Okay, so the fryer's off. Shrimps are yummy and delicious. Get a good look at those. Nice and crispy and delicious. And so I'm going to switch the oven on to bake. Stick these just in there. keep them actually bake on warm and let them sit in there and happily stay that way. Okay, so we have our potatoes that have steamed, so I've let the steam out and we're going to leave them warm. Just kind of open these up a little bit. Kind of let you see what we got going on there. I love fingerling potatoes. They're like my most favorite. Delicious, yummy, tender, little bite size. A little hot, but that's mine. I can eat it if I want to. If I was serving this to the public, I wouldn't have put my bit off potato back in there, but I'm not, so I can do what I want. Anyway, so our fryer's off, cooling. Our steaks are happily resting. Our shrimps are just kind of staying happy and warm, and I'm going to get ready to start plating. So, see you back in a minute. Okay, so here we are. We're ready to start plating our dinner. So, as you can see, I have my steaks here still resting. I like to trim a little bit of the fatty edge off. Sid is not a fan. So, kind of do tend to take that off of there. Let's go ahead and go all the way down the counter. So it'll be a better view here. Please don't fall. There we go. Okay, so we have our steaks. I have our plate. So, little trick. I have some butter, and I like my steaks to be really juicy. I like them to be, and as they're resting, they're soaking back in all of their own juices. As they do that, I like them to also soak in a little butter. I don't, just makes them so much more juicy and delicious. I don't put a bunch of butter, but, and this is a yogurt based butter, so don't panic. I'm not adding a million calories, and it's a low sodium, and so we are adding just a little bit flavor, juicy goodness to our steaks. And as that butter melts, one of these for Sid's lunch tomorrow, I will add just a tad more of my previously adored meat to seasoning, just a tiny bit, just a bit. So this steak here, the first one that I add, this will go into this container. Fancy, high class dinner plate. This would be for Sid's lunch tomorrow. So I'm gonna let this sit in here and cool off because I don't want to put a lid on it when he gets this tomorrow and warms it up. It's got a little bit of butter on there to help rehydrate it. So what's on his plate? Got him a big old juicy steak. He's gonna love that. Juicy and delicious. He's gonna put ketchup on all this and A1 sauce and all kinds of other things. To me, that's blasphemy, but to each their own. We will then give him a nice, generous serving of our fingerling potatoes, which we have steamed, not boiled, with our pressure cooker, and they're all delicious, yummy. I like to squeeze them just a tad with my tongs, kind of break them a little, and so they get a chance to get a little full layer inside of them. Everybody has their own thing. This one's mine. That's no back so you can see what I'm doing. Just taking my tongs and breaking out the potato just a tad, so then it has a chance to get a little bit of seasoned salt, pepper, butter into the potato itself, and then some of the same delicious yogurt-based low sodium butter, and just a tiny tad. Salt and pepper. Just a little. And I don't even eat salt on anything besides potatoes and eggs. So this is one of my few exceptions. A little extra pepper. And then it's off for the piece de resistance. This delicious Gulf jumbo shrimps. Seasoned, fried, and made with love. I know it was so appreciated after working 12 hours, 7 days a week right now. Appreciate you for that. Okay, so we'll have him another fine chinaware for his lunch tomorrow. So we're gonna put all these little puppies in here. He can take those, and after he gets full, I don't eat anything out of water, so after he gets full and can't eat anymore, he can share with his buddies at work. So only one more fit. Oh darn, one more for Sid's plate. Okay, so these two things will sit and cool, and then I'll make him some condiment wrappers to take with him to work. I'll make my plate, but in the meantime, here we go. Good view. This wonderful, can't see, delicious plate of New York strip, deep fried shrimp, fingerling potatoes, all less than 30 minutes. Takes a little longer to make a video of your cooking than it does if you just did all the steps yourself, but I think this will make my man happy. Alright, well, you have a great time making some of this stuff, and if you have any questions, hit me up. Have a good night.